Oh, hey, it's me. That guy. And this is... Well, this is a very dark hole. As I wait for it to stop being night, because I am so squishy. But, yeah, it's, it's Minecraft. It's vanilla at the moment, so not like a ton to explore, but still plenty to explore. Since I actually don't think we've had a vanilla server in like almost 2 years. Soon I will be allowed out. I should grab. There we are. Oh, food. Sustenance. I've been dying in this world basically the whole time I've been here. All right. I really don't have much of a plan. In large part because there's sure there's been all these updates, but we're starting on a clean, fresh new world, so I have nothing. What you see here is all that I own. This server's actually almost been up for like a month, but I don't think anyone else has hopped on, which is fine.
Queen of the Blood Trees.
You know, the holidays were the holidays, and then... Well, we'll see when Jake is back again. We are doing our best, working around people's lives and schedules. And you only get as much info as Jake is willing to relay, and he's not here, so I ain't telling you nothing. This is going to be a very chill stream as I dig out coal and iron and do the very early I don't know what that was. And I don't like it. Stop scanning my Minecraft server. It's mine. But part of it was to test our last server got a bit... Yeah, right? They got damn AI in my Minecraft now? No, I'm sure that someone wants to sell me something. They always do. I know, I was looking over here and I was thinking this cave might be nice. A little bit of a home base type area. Free iron? Heck yeah. At least as a, like, starter base. Which a lot of people do. The idea that you make, like, a base. It's kind of small and compact and can get you... Yeah.
What's this? Streaming. Very confused.
It's this thing where you can be on the internet and live, I guess. I don't know, thought I'd try it out for the new year. So yeah, more iron. Hell yeah. I'm basically rich. I mean, not a ton. Earlier this year, or sorry, last year, we were playing the beta for Grounded 2. Rude as hell. I really like the first Grounded, and Grounded 2 is pretty fun, so when that eventually actually comes out, we'll probably play through that. Are there more survival games? I'm sure there are plenty more survival games that I don't know about or think about. What's the top of this area look like? So rude. Trying to think if there's a survival game that's not quite survival crafting. But I'm not really coming up with much. Mostly between all the bad games for the podcast and then, like, a bunch of... I play a lot of roguelikes in my spare time. And then... And there's just, like, nothing around. Really gotta stop taking fall damage. I'm running out of food. What else do I play? Not a whole lot. Honestly. I don't know, I was getting into some like co-op shooters. Specifically, I was playing some 40K Darktide with some friends. That was pretty fun. Hope we get to play again soon sometime. Those were sticks. I was hoping to get a... sapling. There we are. Try to replant these trees as I cut them down, but sheesh. I don't know about hidden gems. It depends on what you like in your roguelikes. 'Cause like one of the ones that I played a ton of over the last like I don't know, year. It's when it came out, and then I played a bunch of it, and I put it aside, and I've gone back to it a couple times. What is it called? It has to do with dice. There are so many dice roguelikes. Diceomancer. It's got a really fun, like, general concept where the randomness of the dice can be used for, like, anything. And so, if you want to just, like, roll a dice and make your opponent's hit points the outcome of the dice, you can. And so instead of having 20 health, your opponent will have, well, you roll a d6 and, hey, look, they only have 5 health. But then there's, like, all sorts of ways that that interacts, and you can raise, you know, how much mana you have, how many cards you have. So it deals with, like, some randomness from the dice probability, but also, like, one of the better strategies is actually just, like, Storm. There's a ton of references to other games as well as card games. There's a fair amount of Magic the Gathering references in the cards. It's fun. I like it. What other roguelikes? I like some of the co-op roguelikes. What's RoboQuest is real fun. In the same vein, Gunfire Reborn. Although I haven't played that in a while. But they're constantly coming out with like new seasons and stuff. You know, I'm playing through Balatro again, because, well, Balatro. On my phone this time. And I'm definitely not gonna go for Completionist Plus again. Unless... no, I think Balatro is great, because for me it's a great, like, small game I can play really quick on my phone. I play it like when I'm traveling on planes and stuff. I still need to finish Hades 2. I should stop running around. I don't have food. What am I doing? But yeah, I looked into Enshrouded, and I thought about playing it sometime, but it's one of those things I just never started. And that's a huge part of, like, just getting over that first getting into the game and learning some of the base mechanics. Yeah, Balatro Phone Edition came out sometime last year, and then, according to the creator, Local Thunk, he's working on an update to the game, which will possibly include some new jokers, maybe a new deck or two, and some rebalancing. Do I bother with iron armor? Ooh. The thing is, I don't have a bed, so if I die, it's really annoying. because I came across 5 different colored sheep. It's a good day 1 Minecraft goal. Beat Minecraft. No, I'm not a speedrunner. I've tried a couple times. I'm sure I could get it down if I really, like, practiced. Because, like, the theory isn't that complicated. Sheep. Go around, baby zombies. Should have made the iron armor. Another one? What are we doing? Now, I should be saving some of these sheep, but, like, that is a problem for future Jason. See if we can get some more bones. Nope. Anyway, we actually came down here to get water. Do I need sand? Not that I can think of. Oh, it was just death hunger resetting. That's it. Pro strat. Which it actually is. Weirdly been watching Minecraft speedrunning videos again. Nope, not that way. Alright, we're back home. Get some food cooking. Now I can... Oh, so there's a world spawn that if you die without having set your spawn, you always spawn at the same spot. So, like, I haven't moved that far from world spawn. It's just over there. So, like, I am not concerned about losing all my stuff, actually. Eventually, I will probably move around a bunch. Minecraft's weird. Early game, you're so like have little going on, and you'll just like mine and dig, and that's about it. And then like late game, you can just fly. So you can cover huge amounts of area, like, really quickly. Once you actually reach the end game, which, like, reaching the end game, said, speedrunners can beat this game in, like, a couple minutes? Like, legit 5, 6, 7 minute pace if they get a really good seed. Yeah, glitchless. That's just... Minecraft do not be a complicated game. Although the TAS world record, which like TAS is a tool assisted speedrun, TAS is its own thing. It's where you have a computer input, you know, frame perfect commands. But the TAS world record is some absolutely goofy, like, minute less? Is it like 37 seconds or something? Quite literally impossible for a human to do. And also, like, has a very, very specific seed. Because, you know, Minecraft worlds are random. They are generated by world seed. And some of them are really good, and some of them are really bad when it comes to beating the game. working on right now is indoor farming. Because I noted that one of my big problems right now is my continuing lack of food. So we're working on doing something about that in a very slow and roundabout kind of way. Because I have no idea again, dealing with everything that's going on, not sure what our plans are for the server, for this server, for any time. Right now, I have no problem playing vanilla. Obviously, we've played modded for a while, so I wouldn't mind leaving a vanilla server up for a couple months and seeing what we can do, but... I officially live here now. Okay, so we need to go get a bunch more dirt. Let's just take this area down. Get some more wood as well. Good, some of it fell a totally reasonable distance. Whatever, it's free dirt. Technically everywhere there's free dirt. I just prefer not to I prefer not to tear up all the dirt in the areas that I can actually see. So, like, if I'm not going to come back and terraform it, I don't want to just rip away all the dirt. How much do I have? So I'll often go after some of these, like, weird outcroppings. Where you're, you know, a bit less likely to notice some missing dirt, because they already look weird. Alright. And that is dirt collected for our farm. Grab some more berries while we're down here. Technically, you can eat sweet berries. It's not even technically, you just eat sweet berries, but they are terrible source of food. Okay, I should really consider filling in this pit so I don't fall in it sometime, but wheat seeds. Can't remember if I'm supposed to do the corners as well. I don't think I have to, but because farming requires water source, which is what's under this. And then you gotta till the land, and then it requires a certain light level. Now we stare at it and wait for it to grow. No, we work on using some stone pickaxes to keep digging. And we keep digging. Be nice if we found some caves. Mostly we're looking for iron. If we find enough iron and if we get deep enough, you know, diamond wouldn't be bad. Still no growth. Now, theoretically, eventually, it'd be good to get that switched over to... Oh, I wanted to... What did that one up here? To carrots. Carrots are a better food source. Wheat, you have to convert into bread before you can eat it. Whereas, like, carrots you can just eat, or you can convert them to golden carrots, and they're really good. But it's one of those, like, as I said, early game Minecraft and late game Minecraft are basically different games with, like, how many and what kinds of farms you can set up. It's really ridiculous how you will outstrip your need for resources, even in vanilla. Like, modded, which we play most of the time, there's almost always a way to just, like, completely blow past resource requirements and have effectively infinite amounts of everything. But, like, it's not that far off in vanilla. Got some fish. Got glowberries. You can also eat glowberries. They are as bad, worse than sweet berries. They are very bad for, like, food. How far does this go down? Pretty far. See a good amount of copper. Ooh. Some iron in the wall over there. Yeah, down to deep slate. Got some free fish. I don't think I can eat tropical fish. Gold. Man, look at all these fish. Okay. The way this poured is very funny. Because it's obvious that the water, like, poured underneath and then the lava poured on top, which created all that cobblestone. So the water is still running underneath the lava. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if I was going to be able to safely find a way to dig out from under there. I think there's a... Is there a native zoom in Minecraft? I don't remember. I know there's a item that lets you zoom in. Anyway, diamonds. I see them. Okay, more copper. I guess I should maybe grab this. Like, I think you can... I think. I'm very confident you can make copper tools and stuff now. And armor? I don't know, there's also the copper golems, which is actually one of the things I really want to kind of mess around with. They will sort your inventory, your chests for you, kind of. Why is it only small zombies? What? Why can't I hit them? big old pit, but I don't see any diamonds. Other than these guys right here. No extras, just the one diamond. It's really same with the iron? No extra iron? Ugh. What are we doing? Redstone. Secrets. Nothing. There we are. These will come back with a solid amount of iron. Lush cave. A lot of clay if I needed it. It's fine for building, but actually this is the one I swam down. Some iron in the ceiling. And now we find out in all our time away, our wheat grew a very barest minimum amount. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, you do still trample fields. I couldn't remember. How rude. You know, not really what we need, but pumpkins are always appreciated. I think you need pumpkins to make the copper golems? I can't remember. And by remember, I mean I've never made one, so I don't actually know. And there's a whole lot of nothing. Why isn't that guy on fire? A little bit more cave-like. We're up to a full row of wheat. We have a singular bread. It's gone now. Now the plight of Minecraft starts to become very, very clear. Managing all of your items. Just one of the things I want to do with this time in vanilla is work on, like, I know there's a bunch of different storage systems, and I want to try making at least one of the more interesting, larger storage system area type machine things. It's so bad for hunger. Needed to make more torches. Well. And back up. Do I have something to write with? Okay. So that's home. Let's go explore a little. I know there's this like giant frozen ocean. Maybe I can find something cool. I don't see any boats. See magma blocks down there. Giant icebergs. It's a ruined portal? Probably doesn't have much that's useful. So, what is this over here? Some underwater thingamajig. Is there a chest in here? Not that I can see. Sure. Nope, we found the continent on the other side of all this ice. This looks like a tundra. Oh, that looks like ice spikes over there. That's kind of cool. At least it used to be one of the rarer biomes. I think it still is. Is that a village? Looks like it. Alright, we found a village. And we're out of food, whatever. Saturation. Is that what they call it? So hopefully there's some food in this village. Oh yeah, bundles. There was food. We got there. Yes. All right. a... So we can talk about what real, like, powerful Minecraft looks like is, in fact, these idiots right here. Villagers are so ridiculously good to the point of being... It's not overpowered. It's just like... If you want to have a really, really easy time early, what you should do is find a village. Now, you can live in that village. You can live near the village. However, whatever you do to be able to trade with these guys. Because yes, that is what it's all about. They made villager trades really quite incredibly good. It's just snow. Okay. Some furnaces, another stone cutter. Okay. So not a lot in this village. And we need to head that way. That way. So yeah, we need to head that way to get home. Which makes sense. Well, God, boats on ice are so good. Still got a little ways to go, but so I believe if you find one of these azaleas in the overworld, if you dig straight down, you will find a lush cave. And I think there's a ton of lush cave kind of underneath my base. Ooh, a whole bunch of sweet berries. Might as well. Like, they might be a truly awful food source, but they are a food source. They're also like self-defense. You know, I almost wish, speaking of food sources, so oh, have I gone? Oh, I've gone way too far. That direction. I kind of wish beef and pork were switched. So anyone who knows, beef is the most filling, satiating of the foods, of the, like, proteins of your meats. But cows also give you leather, which is, like, really useful. Chickens drop feathers and eggs, both of which are useful. Sheep drop wool, which is useful. Pigs don't drop anything. It's just pork. So I kind of wish that, like, pork was the best food just because pigs are not really worth it otherwise. Is that going to be me up there? Did I overshoot again? I did. I think that's going to be me up there. I do like that they added, like, fallen logs and stuff to the landscapes. Just out here jamming sweet berries in my face. I should have written down the location of that. Village. Oh well, is what it is. I will say it's nice being in a snow biome potentially for later. Because there we are. It means that I can, if I get a Happy Ghast, one of the newer editions, you lead them around and you feed them snowballs, which is not going to be an issue for me, I don't believe. Slowly. Slowly the wheat field grows. I wonder if that would be remotely worth it. Because I think I could get a bunch of leaves. Maybe like flowers or moss. And then like use that in a composter to get bone meal. I don't know. I mean, there's so much moss in that lush cave already. I think you can craft leads now, but it requires leather. How do I get leather? There were horses back at the village. I could have killed them, though they have a low leather drop rate. How much time do I want to commit to just like mining at the moment? Didn't make more torches. There we go. So coal should be in there. Organization. carpet there. That's fine. Down, 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 down. I should probably make a better way to go down than just, you know... Hey, an axolotl. This waterfall that may or may not kill me. Ooh, lapis. Gonna need that at some point. Okay, what is our actual Y level here? Okay, so we still have ways to go down. I think. Goes to like 64, right? You know, it's one of those things where I know strip mining isn't as good anymore. Like, genuinely, most people don't do it. And those that do a very heavily, like, modified version. In large part because deep slate is just so much harder to mine. It just takes so much time. heck did I pick up that's new? Is it the first time I picked up gravel? Weird. Guess I probably haven't picked up sand either. Oh, I can't eat tropical fish. Can I cook tropical fish? It's weird that my mountain specifically it rains on. When, like, it snows 3 feet next door. That is one thing about Minecraft weather that's not great, is that it's like chunk by chunk, non-dynamic, so you just have snow immediately next to rain. And there's like no in between. Alright, so I guess now we have to check. Can I cook tropical fish? I cannot. So you can eat them, but you cannot cook them. Okay. Up to 2 rows. Hmm. let's make a pair of diamond pickaxes. Let's see if we can go get enough diamonds to make like some diamond tools. And that'll be our like day one goal. Oh, is that lapis? Hold up. A looks like I got it all. Missed some iron though. What are we even doing? We're getting close to the bottom, I think. I can't remember if it's 60. this is where it gets, like, weird. So I'm gonna dig this way a little bit, and then we'll talk about digging holes and planning. All right. So if we're looking at this wall, if, say, I was to dig this block here, this sees these 9 around it. Now, if I then did this block, this sees every block. So the question is, like, what level of thoroughness do you want? Because if you instead do this block, you are missing this set of blocks right here. Right? But then if you were to do a second level and stagger them, so like that, you actually catch that block. So you're only missing 2 blocks in the wall. And you're getting very in-depth coverage. This gives you, like, everything basically within this area. Problem is, and I didn't bring any, you need, like, a trapdoor to get you into... There's a couple ways to get into a crawl position, but I'm most familiar with trapdoors. So I'm going to make some stairs, some trapdoors. I don't know why I came all this way. I know, like, I can get up here now. I don't have to go around. Now, eventually, when we go to the Nether, we can change some stuff up, and, like, you can much more efficiently strip mine, in part because you don't have the huge, like, forward, up and back. It's much easier to make a just, like, pinhole drop, because as long as you land in water, you don't actually take damage. You don't die. Super useful. In fact, you can do that unless they change something with a waterlogged chest. Okay, so cool. Now, can I use stairs? If I'm Is it 6? Oh, it's 6 planks. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, it should be good. Oh, let's check the wheat. I think that one's not full. Right, that's the stage before. But it gives us a tiny bit more bread. It's a shame. There's several mods that where if you held a torch in your offhand, it just gives off light, and it's so nice. This does at least let me place torches. Without switching around in my inventory. Whoop. All right. So yeah, this is how the one wide tunnels work. It's less mining. because Deep Slate takes so long to break, it gives you pretty reasonable coverage without mining nearly as much. And there's that lava lake. And as I said, if you're trying to be thorough, see if we reach that same lava lake. I can hear lava. Yeah. We're like at the same level as it now. We found some gold. Errored. But here's the, obviously, yeah, the silliness of like, you really shouldn't be carving this whole area out. Even a too wide hallway is kind of a lot because of how long Deep Slate takes. I just want diamonds. Is right? Yeah. And that one. Skip one. That one. Heck kind of crazy noises am I hearing? Digging, 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 digging. I wonder if I'll even find diamonds. Using this technique. Like, it's one I've known about for a while, I just never have used. Technically, if you just turn, like, if you use, like, Everbright, or there's a couple other mods that changed how much the darkness is scaled. You don't even need torches, because enemies cannot spawn in a 1x1. Well, took us nearly two iron pickaxes to get there, but we did find diamonds, and we definitely passed that lava pool. It's quite small. But 5 is enough for some diamond tools. Diamond pickaxe, which I can use to come back down here and mine more diamonds. The circle of life. But hopefully I'm still close enough to my base. So, like, chunk loading is... I'm trying to remember how many chunks around me are simulated. I want to say it's like 12. Which means that I should definitely be close enough. Basically, I just don't want to go far enough away that my farm unloads. Because, like, you can see this actually doesn't really take much hunger. Mining doesn't take food, hilariously, as long as you don't run into enemies. So this is a good way for me to do something that, like, works me towards goals. It gets me more resources. It doesn't really take food, which is one of my main bottlenecks right now. And again, it sets me up for later, so I will probably make that diamond pickaxe and then just like maybe spend an hour or two, a couple hours down in the mines, which I won't make everyone here watch or anyone watch. Not that anyone's watching anyway. But yeah. I will talk to Jake about the stream schedule. I think that's full grown. And which I could just check, right? Does it not say anymore? It doesn't. Anyway, about like what's going on the rest of this week, getting everything just scheduled out, all that kind of stuff. So first stream back, just kind of pretty chill stream as I start in on the pretty labor-intensive part of early game Minecraft. And then eventually I'll just automate everything and I never have to worry again. But